Hello sweet team, welcome back to my channel. This is Sweet Ajele. I am so excited to be with you all today, and I hope everyone is doing wonderfully well. In today's video, I share a very simple and quick way to make your whole wheat aka brown bread recipe with you all. This recipe is so simple yet absolutely delicious, and you are going to love it. Let's get started. In a bowl, I'll add my whole wheat flour. To that, I'll add some nutmeg, salt, sugar, milk powder, and I'm using pineapple flavor. You may use any flavor of your choice. Mix everything together and create a well in the middle. I'll then add in my butter and I'll mix it well. It's now time for me to add in my yeast and my warm water, which is about 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, as long as when you put your finger in, it doesn't burn you, but it's still nice and warm, then your yeast will love it. Also, remember to never put your yeast next to your salt because it may kill your yeast. I'm now going to mix everything together until everything comes together beautifully, and then I'll get my fingers in.
Continental food, madam. Food, madam. International food captain. We'll show you how to make pizza. Jollof, mango and okra soup.
All right, y'all, let's get our fingers in and get some work out. We're just going to knead this into a nice soft dough, and then we'll transfer it onto our work surface, which we will oil beautifully because I do not want to be adding any more flour to this dough. It is just perfect, and we want to knead it until everything comes together, and then we'll allow it to rest for the wheat to absorb all the moisture beautifully. Wheat drinks a lot of water, so you want to make sure you let it sit to hydrate beautifully. All right, let's knead some bread. So the easiest way to knead is to use the heel of your palm to scoop the dough into the middle, and then you push it away. So you keep doing that. When it begins to get tough and you can't work with it anymore, that is when you need to allow it to rest a bit, and then you come back and continue. That's the only way you can survive using your hand. Now, if you have a machine like a bread machine, you can go right ahead and use that. So at this point, I'm allowing it to rest for about 3 to 5 minutes, and it's been just that time. So I'm going to continue kneading until I have created enough gluten. Now, if you get a smooth dough, that's fine, but if you can't get a smooth dough, please don't kill yourself. Because as for me, I can't kill myself for this, but I continue to knead for presentation purposes. But believe me, I usually make this in my bread machine. All right, y'all, I have been kneading this for about 8 minutes now, so it's time for me to check it. And when you push down, it should bounce back, which tells you that your dough have created beautiful gluten and it is ready. I'll now allow it to rest for about 10 minutes so the gluten can relax beautifully for me to be able to shape it. 10 minutes later, look how nice, soft and supple our dough is. It is absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to cut it in half and we'll shape it into our loaf pans, but I'm going to weigh mine. You don't have to do that. I just want to have as equal portions as possible. Again, I'll oil my work surface and I will use my palm to flatten this dough up, and then I'll roll it into a log. You may use a rolling pin if you wish, but this is also a very easy way. So I'm just going to roll it all the way to the end, and as always, this is the perfect way for beginners. It is a no-fail way to shape your loaf. Once you've gotten to the end, you want to pinch the seam together so that it does not open up, and you want to lay it into your loaf pan seam side down, so in the baking process it will not open up. All right, we will repeat the process until both is done. One question I've been getting under my bread videos a lot is, why is my bread deflating while baking? That is caused by over rising of your dough. So if your bread rises too much, the moving it around or the heat in the oven may cause it to deflate. So you just want this to double or triple in size. And then there's something called oven spring. Once you put it in your oven, it'll rise some more. Okay, so ours have been rising now for about an hour, and it is ready to go into our 325-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes, and this is what comes out. Absolutely beautiful, and you can see that it rose some more. If you allow your bread to rise this much, once it gets in the oven, it may deflate. We will now transfer it onto our cooling rack to allow it cool completely. That is, if we can wait. Daniele was small sweet eating things, yeshane.
Sushi and pastries, all this and more. Sweet
Now let's cut into this beauty to see if we nailed it. What do y'all think? Oh yes, we did. This was absolutely perfect, and you can totally omit the milk powder if you don't want it. I add it to make it a bit more tasty so my kids will enjoy it. They don't care for wheat bread, they prefer the sugar and butter bread, but I had to get them some healthy stuff as well. So yeah, the milk powder is totally optional, and I also like to slice them up before bagging it up, so whenever anybody needs one, they can just go right ahead and grab one. It is now time for us to check if our bread is anything like the Ghana brown bread. Well, perfect. Do you see how it bounces back when you push down on it? That is how your bread should be. It is just perfect. It is nice and soft, but most of all, it is very, very moist. When you push down on it, it's just soft. I'm telling you, it's so moist. Now let me stop talking and go enjoy some of this beautiful wheat, aka brown bread. I butter it up and I am ready to go. I sure hope you will try this recipe and follow it step by step. Use the tips that I spoke about. Do not over-rise it and your bread will be perfect. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give your girl a thumbs up. Thank you. Share and subscribe if you have not done that yet. Yes, do share with family and friends so they can become part of the sweet team. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. This is Sweet Ajele. Thank you so much for subscribing. And to the sweet team, y'all know I love you. Until I see you in my next video, stay safe, keep loving each other, and remember that the love of God and family is life's greatest blessing. And guys, ke onamini ochemi sweet mahabotu. Bye y'all.